Imagine this, you're in your 60s to 70s sitting down with your grandchildren and they ask you a very interesting question. What did your days look like when you were our age? Think about the question all you want, but if this device or anything related to screens was the first thing that came to your mind, then this video is for you. Here's how to drastically reduce your screen time in the next 7 days. But before that, a quick synopsis of the problem. The average phone user about 4.5 to 5.5 hours per day, and that over a lifetime will accumulate to 12 to 15 years. And a heavy user, which would be 7 hours plus, that could accumulate to 20 plus years of your life. The current generation in itself averages 6 to 7 hours per day, while older generations are less. Another fact, the average person today will spend 40 to 42% of their waking life looking at a screen. And 70 to 80% of all of this would be on social media platforms. And to let you know, all of this is based on the average lifespan of between 75 and 80. This is exactly why we have to start cutting screens, because you're only going to regret all the time you lost later. And the main problem is just phones, because they're the most used device of the modern era. Just imagine what you could do with 15 years of life remaining. But of course, our aim isn't to get rid of phones completely. Instead, leverage it and use it in a way that helps us and even entertain us when the time is right. And so here are 8 practical ways to cut the screen. All of these which I am about to mention are completely optional and you pick and choose which works for you. Number 1, notifications off. Whatever useless messages you're getting from useless apps, or if you're getting it from attention grabbing apps, you have to turn off the notifications. This is the first and most basic step to reducing your screen time. Notifications serve as a cue to distracting you. The apps do this whenever it wants, not whenever you want, so you are the one who has to eventually take up the action. Number 2, app limits. And I'm not talking about this classic one you can find on your phone settings, but download or get another piece of software that can actually block the apps that you don't want to use. And it doesn't even have to be completely blocked. For example, I use OneSec, which forces you to take a deep breath whenever I open up an app that distracts me. And by doing this, it makes the action of opening the app more difficult, meaning I'm just less likely to actually go onto it. Some other popular apps include Opal, AppLock, and Freedom. Number 3, turn on grayscale mode, especially if you're someone who struggles extremely with reducing your screen time. Onto settings, accessibility, display and text size, color filters, and then toggle color filters and select grayscale. I don't require this personally, but for anyone who does have a problem with screen time, I think it would work because it makes your phone less stimulating and less attractive. Number 4, use do not disturb. It's the first and best step you can take into actually focusing in on work. What I actually have is a tab with 4 different modes: home, work or school, productivity, and chill mode. I'll be completely honest, I don't use a lot of them. I do stick to the rather simpler do not disturb function on most phones. You can also customize each of the modes to allow what gets to you and what doesn't. Number 5, put the phone away from you. The second and ultimate step into actually forgetting completely about your phone. And this could be whenever you want, before bed, after waking up, during working hours, because once again, it makes the action of reaching it difficult. Number 6, phone cutting. This is also something that I do, and it's where you cut out using your phone for a certain time period of the day. I think after 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. is great for obviously sleep benefits, but you could also do this in the morning or whenever you want during the day you think you should cut back. Number 7, using the side button versus tapping. Go into settings, accessibility, then touch, and click on tap to wake. I haven't actually tried this very much, but I think it would actually work because most of us will tap on our phones to turn it on instead of physically activating the side button. If you do want to take it to the extreme, definitely give it a go. So again, it makes the action of doing it difficult. And number 8, setting times to actually use your phone. So this is where you schedule time where you can actually be free to use your phone. In relation to reducing screen time, once again, our aim isn't to get rid of using the phone completely. We want to decide when we use it and how we use it. Now, I don't mean actually schedule a block in your calendars to specifically use your phone, because that would be stupid, but instead have some free blocks in your calendar where you can allow yourself to use your phone. Now during these times, staying away from the phone would be good, but sometimes it's okay to just entertain yourself. Now at this point, if you took any action and are still watching this video, then I have some things to add to the whole screen time situation. So here are some tips to actually maximize your efficiency with your phone and time. Number 1, screen time awareness. I highly suggest that you pay attention to your screen time levels, especially if you're a heavy user or if you think it could be lower. On your phone, you should have a default feature in settings to check this, but there are also many apps and websites that you could use to help. Opal isn't free, but according to online sources, it is very effective, and Rise.io, which also has a premium version, I think would work. Number 2, reduce your screen time gradually and not 95% in one go. Look, I'll be honest, I'm not anyhow perfect as all of you. My screen time levels still remain around 2 hours every single day. But that's because I use my phone as my primary device and as my only primary device. So I have my reasons. But you can change if this isn't the case. So bringing it down 100 all the way in one go isn't going to help. But daily steps to actually reduce it will. But if you are extreme, go ahead, by all means, bring it down as much as you need to. Number 3, identify what we want. Let me ask you a question. Why do we always turn to our phones whenever we feel like we want to? And it's not because you want newfound motivation, it's more of because we don't know what direction we want to head in. With no sense of purpose or vision, you don't know where you want to go or steps you actually need to take to get to the person you dream yourself to be. And if you have no clue where to go, you'll only be turned to the one other option you have to fill up your valuable time, your phone. And number 4, the last tip that I will give you is to find fun. So this isn't about reducing your time spent on screens, but instead filling up the potentially gained back years with activities you find purpose in. Just do things you've always wanted to do and become addicted to things other than screens. Engage with the outside world and be a 90s kid again. So what I mean is to find fun in other ways than your phone or screens. But of course, we might also find fun in screens as well, but just be careful with how you use it. Once again said, I can speak about this topic. It is extremely hard to break away from phones in the modern era. Even if you go down 20%, it's something. So choose some of the methods that I spoke of to your advantage and actually move the needle. And if you want to break this habit of using your phone all the time, you could also track it using a habit tracker. I've got a whole other video on that on my channel and how to make one. So thank you so much for sticking around. Take action today. I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.